Hello, everyone. My name is Bill Stenger, and we are going to call this Bill Stenger's Life. I'll do a little introduction about myself. I'm 38 years old. I have a darling wife and a fantastic daughter named Emily, and she is 2.5. We are expecting a son in about 6 weeks from right about now, I imagine, about 6 weeks. And so our family's expanding, we're growing. I run a small welding company. Generally, it's just me, or I have one employee, or I'm trying to grow that business as we speak and open another one. So I have a lot of business stuff going on. Small scale, trying to learn and grow. I've realized that fitness plays a very important role into your entire life. Your health, how you feel, it shows to everyone. Let me tell you something. If you can't be trusted not to eat that ice cream sandwich that you know is going to haunt you, that you do repetitively, how are you going to be trusted in a business transaction or in a life choice or as a partner or in any of these cases? It just goes to show your discipline, and I hate to say this, but it honestly goes against your character. And that I never really believed. I've been fat since I was I think I was skinny till I was about 6, and then that was over. I believe, my memory's a little rough, but I think that I weighed over 200 pounds when I was 14 years old. I know when I was 18, I was 220, 230, up to 21, I think I was still that, and then I started gaining from there. Recently, I was up to 300 pounds. And that was the norm. At one point, 10 years ago, I did maybe 3 months or 4 months of pure juice diet. I drank beer and ate burgers once a week, one night a week. And I think I went down to 246 pounds during that time. So anyhow, a little bit into me, I've always been fat, never been concerned about it my whole life. It's just the norm. Never been able to run, never been able to do 4 push-ups, none of the athletic stuff. I haven't been able to ride the water slides at our local water park here because there's a weight limit of 250. None of this stuff ever really bothered me. I did have to walk down one of those water park slides because obviously I didn't think they had scales up there. But then me and my buddy had to walk down all the stairs because they do have scales up there. And they were like, "Go, fat boys, get on the scale." And you're like, "No, you're out." So this is really going to be, I want to do a little introduction of myself so you guys can kind of figure out where I'm coming from, a little bit of why. And this video is going to be about accountability. And I think that I would like to do regular weekly videos about accountability, and the goal is to help inspire and motivate other people to be accountable for what they want to improve in their lives. I want people to improve their lives. So I've been doing some Instagram stories along my fitness journey, and then I'm getting so many people that reach out and they're like, "Oh, dude, this has inspired me. This has helped me. That's helped me." And I don't expect anything to come of this. Just so you know up front, I don't know how to edit videos. I'm never in front of a camera unless I'm doing wheelies with my daughter in selfie mode on the video, on the phone. So this is not my cup of tea, and we're gonna figure it out, try and learn as we go. So don't be too critical of the quality here because I suck at this. I'm not a great speaker either, so there you have that on top. So good luck following along here. I'm going to go into a little introduction. I'm 38 years old. Like I said, got a great family going on. It's growing. We're growing the small businesses, trying to grow a larger business, start a larger business, and then grow it on a little bit more scalable platform. Brain fart. Yeah. Recently got into fitness about, I don't know, I've been dieting for 1.5 years, very slowly because I had some health issues. And now I'm kind of in it kind of serious since, I don't know, December. We've had a severe diet since probably October or September of last year, and rolling on forward. Today is March 2nd, I believe. Yeah, March 2nd, Saturday, March 2nd of 2024. So This video is going to be based on accountability. And what I want to do, I just want to see other people improve their lives. I'm going to explain my accountability concept, how my mind grasps it, and I would like to do a weekly video and show you where I came up short, failed, where I excelled, what happened with me, and I'll probably do some little story in between as well, because that's just natural for me. I always have some kind of nonsense to speak of. So right now what I'm doing, I think I'm on day 57 of 75 Hard. If you don't know what 75 Hard is, it is a mental toughness program designed by Andy Frisella. And it is one outside workout of 45 minutes, one other workout, 45 minutes, but they're separate. You have to drink a gallon of water every day. You need to read 10 pages of some kind of beneficial book. It could be a self-help book, it could be a business book, it can be a psychology book, anything that is feeding your mind something good. No story books about Puff the Magic Dragon or any of that crap. We are in the middle of that accountability. We are in the middle of the 75 Hard now, or actually almost through it. And I've grown to love it. I've absolutely grown to love the routine, the discipline it takes, and the growth from it. And along the way, I've been recording my running and talking about things throughout the day. And not everyone, but there are enough people that seem to like it to where it justifies me doing this, because if this terrible video, or this terrible video series, which I hope improves obviously, it helps 5 people, and it's worth the few hours I'm going to do every week to try to do this. And I'm just a normal dude. Right now I weigh 222 or 223. I was 300 pounds a year and a half ago, and I did not try hard for the first year. So you can go wherever you intend to go. It's not going to happen right away. I'll be totally honest with you. We all work out for a week and diet real strict for a week and expect something to happen. No, you need to look at it in 3 months. You can look at it in a month, makes a big difference, especially in the beginning. But you need to look in the long term of making changes. They happen slowly, and it's just the way it goes. You're growing a business. You can take all the right steps, but you might not see that seed grow and actually see the changes for a time. And everyone has to remember that. It's plant the seed, water it, watch it grow, hope you planted really good seed, because when bad seed grows, that sucks and you go backwards. This video is going to be, I'm going to pop out about accountability. I want to go into my accountability concept. The way it works in my mind, like for me, is I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better father. I want to perform better at work and be more productive and less sidetracked. I want to work on my new business and start putting in that bucket. What I mean by the buckets, for me, accountability is buckets. Say you had 10 buckets around here, you need to pour a little bit into each one of them every day to have a balanced and improved life. And this accountability plan works for everyone, regardless of where you're going. So it's the same platform. Take this concept and idea and apply it to your situation. Literally sit down. Here's my little notebook. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's some chicken scratch. I have some of my buckets written here, a little breakdown of what my intentions were in this video. And the accountability thing, it's just, you need someone to answer to. So I'm going to do it here. This probably won't help me now, but maybe when I've had a terrible week and I have to come in here and know that I have 9 followers or 900, that's irrelevant, but I still have to answer up to you. So down the road, I would love to do this, maybe on a live platform or something where people could reach out, and then they could reach out live or call in, and we could talk about where they succeeded and where they failed in these categories. And as I go through my list, you'll probably have a better understanding of how I deem it useful. So here we go. I'm going to go into my buckets, which are, my individual piles or areas where I want to improve. And like I said, you got to pour into each one of these and try to maintain a level in all of them. And as soon as you rob Peter for Paul for time, or you get overextended here and you don't do it, you suffer in that area. And as you improve as a whole, you're gonna realize your entire life improves, your business improves, your relationships improve. My marriage is better. I'm a better father. I'm more present. Everything, people, you meet a stranger, there's something about vibrations. I'm not a huge psychology guy, but people read things about they will have an instinct as soon as you shake hands, as soon as they meet you, and it's just your subconscious among humans. It's a wild thing, animals, everything. As you carry yourself at a higher level, you are naturally going to improve in areas you didn't even think that you weren't even working on. It wasn't even your focus, and then you're going to start seeing your flaws in other areas too. And I highly recommend, somewhere where it brought a lot of the mind development for me from this is the Real Business Owners podcast. It's a great business podcast, absolutely. That's where they're geared, but their focus is about everything. They have gone to a lot of mastermind groups, a lot of mental building courses, and they share that information across the board. Most of their content is based on sales, but you still get a nugget on every piece. They bring in a lot of people that are high functioning, and you'll get a piece of everything that applies to you regardless of where you are. This is for people, I don't care if you're in business, if you're an employee, you can be an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur, you're a rookie starting out. I don't consider myself an entrepreneur because I'm generally just a self-employed guy. I never wanted to grow, and now I'm here trying to grow and really trying to get to that next level, and hopefully dramatically further than that. But let's get back to the focus of the buckets, because I just go off on rants, and you'll find that about me. I'm interesting. Here are my priority buckets that I actually have jotted down right now, and I'm going off my cheat sheet for sure because I have very little memory. My first bucket is I want to be a better husband. I want to be a better father. I want to pour into my business so it grows. This business right here is a mobile welding business right now. My new business is also going to be a mobile welding platform, but on a different platform and across 48 states. So that's going to be a little different thing. I want to read and improve my psychology and my mental state all the time. I want my finances to improve. Here's a big one, folks. Fitness. I'm on a constant fitness challenge. I want to improve my fitness. If you are in a better fitness, you're in a better mental space, it improves your entire life. It is one of those buckets that just spreads to everything. Diet. That's another one. We need to be accountable to that. If you can't be trusted not to stuff that Twinkie in your mouth, how can I trust you to do $100,000 in business or $1 million in business? That's me too. I have a huge diet issue. I love to eat a bunch of crap, and I never exercise. So what did I do? I just got fatter and fatter and fatter. And like I said, 222 right now. I'm down a bunch, but I still got a big old belly to go through. Discipline. Discipline is another bucket you need to be pouring into, and that goes back to, it applies in all of these other ones. Fitness, being accountable with your kids, being there, not on your telephone, being present. The discipline hits all of them. My favorite bucket, the most important bucket to me, is fun. If I don't pour into my fun bucket, after 2 or 3 weeks, I'm a mess, man. I'm crotchety, I'm grouchy, I'm unhappy. You have to do many things to maintain a balance, and you need a healthy balance across the board. I need some water. So that's my favorite bucket. So, and I have a bunch more buckets that I think about all the time in areas where I'm constantly working at. Couldn't think of them today. And here we go. So first thing, I want to be a better husband. So things I do, I try to purposely and intentfully talk to my wife now and spend more time with her, and maybe do a small thing that I know that matters to her and is so insignificant. There's things you could do if you're thoughtful that can take 2 minutes and improve her day or her week or make her feel appreciated. Literally, you could be doing the dumbest things like, hey, you picked up that dish, or you do this one thing that you know is annoying. It goes back to simple as leaving the toilet seat up or whatever. Work on some of the pet peeves that they don't like. They voice them. We don't care. As husbands, we kind of slack and whatever. So that's an area that I've never even tried before. I just did me and I was just floating through and I'm just here. So actively thinking on ways to improve with your spouse goes a million miles. My wife could care less. Well, it seems like she could care less about how fat I am. She'd rather feed the heck out of me and me be happy. Fat people are happy people in her eyes. So I don't think she judges me ever that way, truthfully. But I'll tell you that during this 75 hard challenge, she has had to pick up a ton of slack for me because I'm waking up at 5 a.m. to go run, to be back by 6 a.m. so she can go to work and someone's still here with our daughter who's sleeping. Or the day she's here, she's getting up with Emily, doing all the work with her daughter while I'm out running. And then I got to go to the gym at night. So generally I try to be present for dinner and I scoot out of here every night. Right dinner's over, half the time she's doing the dishes and picking up my slack for me to focus on my fitness and supporting me through it. And that's awesome, man. And my diet's annoying, it's difficult. No, I can't go out to eat here, there. So pouring into your marriage and with your spouse is freaking awesome, and it might not take that much work. And the outcome, 3-4 weeks of this, your spouse is on the up and up, man. It is improving your relationship. Just the way you talk, if you start, as you dive into this area, as your mental state improves, your speech is going to improve, and the way you handle situations is going to improve. Your whole life is going to improve, but your relationship is going to improve. Invest some more into it. Pour into that bucket. So that's one. Father bucket. If you have kids at home, you need to be spending one-on-one time with those kids, and we have to put our phones down, people. It's terrible, and I'm guilty. I'm a freaking real addict. These stupid scrolling through social media has me just as bad. That actually needs to be a bucket here as well. Get my butt off of that crap, and that I need to be accountable for. That should be written right here. I'm gonna write it, actually. Scrolling. There we go. All right, so be a better father. Take 10 minutes and get down on the floor and play with your children. We all get so busy through work and life, and we forget to spend the time. Go outside. You know what I've been doing? I've been trying to knock out my health with my daughter. I have a bike seat for the front of my mountain bike. And in the evenings, if she's home in time and I can cut out of work, we'll go out and ride. And I'm really blessed. From here, within 3 miles, we see deer, hogs, turkeys, gators, all kinds of stuff. And I take a bunch of fun videos. So if you follow me, if you don't follow me on Instagram, do it and then watch my stories, because my daughter's freaking adorable. And those rides are really fun. And I take some fun video, in my opinion. That's the only thing I do good on a camera, is like we watch hogs go, and we're always seeing deer and stuff. Invest time with your kids. It can, with your spouse, without your spouse, you need to have that one-on-one time. Dinners. We need to do more dinners in this time in the world, guys. We need to be more focused and have more intent about being there. This affects your spouse, this affects your kids. And we're teaching them, put the phone down, be present. I try to mute mine, and unfortunately I eat in like 4 seconds, and my daughter eats like a snail, and my wife, sometimes she's slower, even slower than my daughter, so I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs and hanging out, but be present. So that's a big thing for me. Be a good father. Improve in the area, so that by improving in the area, investing in the area, we're filling our bucket. Let's move on. My work bucket. Were you a sack of potatoes at work this week? Did you show up? Were you on time? Was your head actually present? And it doesn't matter, guys, if you have a business, you have a job, you're a crummy employee, you're a high-end employee. This is for all of us. It affects all of us just the same. Did you show up with intent to perform and do the best you could do. We all need breaks. We all have bad days. That affects all of us. All of us across the board have the same issues. Were we trying? Were we going to the bathroom to take a 20-minute poop when you didn't even have to go just to scroll on social media and hide? Not being, that's not improving your person any. That's not improving you at all. So works one. If you own a business, you know what I mean? There's always the things that you need to be doing. Like if I look right over there, I know you can't see, but there's a lower unit I'm behind on. It's been here for too long. It's haunting me and it's a pain in the butt and I haven't gotten it done. And I've been prioritizing all of my other work in front of it. But work's a big thing. Have you invested into that work bucket? For me, one of mine is the new business. As I go through, I need to work on my current business. We need to make income. We need to keep growing this business. I also need to get things done. Website building, all the new things, business licensing, name, branding, all this needs to be done for the new business. So I'm also working in that area, and that's one of my accountability issues right there is, hey, did I get those things done? Or did I make any progress, or was I swamped here? One of my next areas is reading. Unfortunately, in our modern day and age, we scroll, we hit the videos, we watch YouTube, or we watch all the TV shows and the I don't even know, the movie series and all this crap. We are not investing in ourselves. When's the last time you read a finance book or a mental well-being book about improving yourself? I'm curious, guys, comment back. Let me know. Are you guys actually reading? Are you picking up anything that's going to benefit you? Are you diving into podcasts while you're driving instead of jamming out to Outkast and Wu-Tang or, 30 Seconds to Mars or whatever is your cup of tea, the country music? Music's great. There's lots of time for it and that it's a good thing, but we need to be constantly improving in our intake that's going to benefit us, guys. Like, you have to read podcasts. We have a wealth of knowledge in this stupid telephone now. You can be driving in the road. You want to listen to music that's doing you nothing and you're him-hawing along and it's great. Might get you amped up, might put you in a good mood. How about a podcast that fed you some serious hardcore nuggets of information, brought up your morale, brought up your motivation, inspired you to be a better person? It's worth it, guys. Dive into these areas. We need to improve in these areas as well. I think everyone, not just me, that's what I'm guessing. Finances. This day and age, half the world is really struggling. Everyone lives in debt. Stuff's really expensive right now. Doesn't exist freaking $6. There's a finance bucket. Mine kind of falls in with work because, I'm self-employed, so directly input versus output it's directly shown in that. So if I slacked off this week or didn't pursue the phone calls or didn't work in sales, then my income is directly affected and low. If I go on vacation, I get a goose egg. Right now, my employee left, he moved on to another position. So literally every day I'm not in here in the trenches doing it, I'm on a goose egg. So finances are directly related. Here's one of the top ones. This should have been at the top of the list right here. Fitness. I think I already preached on it a little bit. Fitness affects your whole life. It immediately affects your mentality. It affects your morale. Your ability to pull your shoulders back. It shows on you before you could even open your mouth and talk about it. Not physically, but if you're in that, if you're working out, they know whether you didn't lose any weight yet or anything. It affects your attitude that much that other people know before you even say anything about it. It's almost like, hey, you're glowing. What's going on? No, I didn't just have intercourse. It's, we're working out, but both could make you glow. It's critical to be working on your fitness, regardless of what it is. If you are 490 pounds, let's do what you can do. That might be walking really slowly. If you're 180 pounds and you want to tighten up to 160 and you can run, go run. This affects everyone differently, but you need to be working on something along the way, and that is a bucket for me to be filling. Right now, I'm crushing it in fitness. I'm going to go back through these and actually give you where I'm at, but I just wanted to break down an overall about it, about what I think of them, where we need to improve, that kind of thing. Diet. Our worldly diet right now is pretty terrible. The average person's still eating fast food, which is crazy to me. I hate McDonald's, but some people eat it, and there is some fast food I'd still eat. I don't now because I'm on 75 hard, and I've been eating clean for probably 5 months. I'm guessing maybe 6. I don't know, something like that. So I haven't been, but we have a huge diet issue in this country, in this world, but mainly in our country. We have the biggest obesity numbers in the world, and there's a reason for that. It goes back to our diet. So that's an area we're going to talk about, and that's going to be one of my buckets. Discipline. Discipline goes back to all these other buckets as well. It's a part of them. Fitness, you need to be heavily disciplined. Doing the right things with your spouse, you need to be heavily disciplined. Being a better father, work, all of it's discipline. Let's talk about some areas that aren't corresponding with everything else. Did you put your shopping cart back? Are you disciplined to be a good human? Do you have enough discipline to not jump out of your car and scream at the guy that was driving like a tool, and you don't know his position? How many times have you hopped out, got all upset with somebody, and just realized that they're sobbing, they're in their father just died, or hey, they suck. Could be either way. You don't know. You don't know the situation. Discipline affects everything, goes across the board. If you can be more disciplined, you can be a better human. And every little bit you put in the bucket helps every day, and you grow on that. Everything that you exercise improves. My favorite bucket, I think, fun. I don't think we got to the fun bucket yet. The fun bucket is awesome. This is my mental health bucket. I like to go fishing, which we're going to show on this channel. We're going to show some cool fishing trips, and if this thing actually grows to any reasonable watchers or whatever, subscribers and all that, then we will actually, what goal of mine, always like a dream of mine has been to take subscribers or fans, let's take them fishing and bring people, I want to bring people along with me along this journey, and I think that would be super cool. So I do have a small fishing boat now. I say small, but it's decent, and I live in Jupiter, Florida, so we do some fishing. The Bahamas is only 66 miles away, and I'm a big fan of going over there. So I would really like to take some fans fishing if we get to that point, and that's way far away. So fun is a big bucket. I like running drift cars. I like exercise. I like doing family stuff. It is critical to go back and have some fun, and you decide what that is. But to me, it's not watching a movie. I'm not one of those like, oh, let's go hang out on the couch for 6 hours and watch popcorn. That could be cool for somebody once a month or whatever your fun is. But for me, that's not it. I like to do cool stuff. Let's go biking. Let's go do stuff. None of my other buckets is scrolling. Like we just put in there. This is a big problem for me, and I'm consciously working on it. But I will literally get my phone out to send an email, look at something, send a text message, do something critical for business, work, personal, and I didn't even get to the text message screen to send somebody a text message. I opened my phone, systematically went to social media and started scrolling, and then you catch it. I catch myself 11 minutes later, and you're like, what did I do with my time? Where did my life go? Why did I do this? I need to improve in that area for sure. So I'm going to talk to you guys about this. My husband bucket, I feel like I've been doing pretty good in. This week I was pretty short a couple of nights. I'm super exhausted because I'm going, not sleeping enough, working out early and late. Trying to expand like this right now. I should be inside going to bed. It's probably almost midnight now. And so I've been decent in the husband area, but I've been struggling a little because I'm a little short and have attitude due to lack of sleep. No excuse for that. That's my fault. I need to improve there. The father bucket, man, I've had a great time with Emily this week, but I've also robbed that bucket as well. I was not missing, but I think I was busy. Missed a dinner, which is very rare. I try to show for dinners. So I missed a couple evenings this week, and I worked late mainly from working late, and then I didn't get to do any of those fun things. I did not get an afternoon bike ride this week. Either she wasn't here, or the days that she was around, I wasn't able to quit working at a reasonable hour with sunlight out to go and take her for a ride. So that kind of stinks. I have been around for, I think I might have missed one dinner, but I have been around the rest of the time, but I missed some bedtimes going to work out. So I would have liked to do a little bit better this week in the dad bucket. So I look forward to telling you next week that I did better in that area. Work bucket. This weekend we actually did pretty good. I did not work Monday, which I will get into that when we get to the fun bucket. Besides Monday, I think I did really well. I absolutely could have done with less scrolling throughout the days, and that will allow me a lot more productivity. But I actually kicked butt this week. I got a lot of work done, which means this will touch the finance bucket. We did okay on money. And I'm chipping through a list of stuff that I have over my head. I get all these projects, and I'm a yes man. So I always say, yeah, I'll do it. And then I pile them all up, and then I just drown in them. So I have projects up to here, stuff that I owe customers or said that I would do. When I say owe, I mean, I put my word that I would do the work and get it done by such and such date. And then I say that 20 times, and there I am like, oh shoot, how do I get all this done? So we got a lot of projects off the list this week. I actually had a friend come in and help me. He does some part-time work for me, subcontractor work, so that was great. He came in Friday and got a lot of work done while I did a lot of other work. So we got a lot of things off the list. The work bucket actually went pretty well this week, particularly for a 4-day week. It helped that I had 2 guys on Friday. That was great. The new business growth this week, I don't think I got a single thing done. So that's an epic failure. The new business, I am waiting on Corey. If you watch this, Corey, love you, buddy, but I need to get those websites going. Corey is working on a website for this current business, which I let lapse, and I didn't know it, and I lost my current website for my current welding business. And he's also working on the new business website, which is critical. I need him to figure out where we're going with that, and that's going to help us lock down a name. That way I can move forward with that. Hopefully by next week I have news on the website, and or at least we have an ironed out name so I could start moving forward in that category, because I need to move forward with a name, start licensing, open the LLC, all of that stuff. So I failed in that this week. I hope to do better. My reading bucket, I am content with my reading. I read every day. Due to 75 hard, I have to read 10 pages a day. I just finished, what book was it? Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. To me, that's a really hard read. It's, I think it was written in 1932. So it doesn't read real smoothly for modern day for me. So I'm not a fantastic reader. I'm improving on it as I go. Like I said, everything you do, you get better at. I don't think I read a book since 8th grade until 6 months ago, or maybe a year ago. So now I've been through like 6 or 8 of them, and that's awesome. So my reading was good this week. It's naturally good due to 75 hard. It's enforced. I have to do it because I'm not failing 75 hard. Finances, like I said, my finances are generally in order. I could probably put a bunch of time together in a budget. I don't think I need to, because we live well within our means. I like to live, I'm one of these weird finance guys. I don't really like credit, so I use credit cards. All my credit cards are paid off in full every month. Not everyone has that luxury, but do your best to not, if you can't pay your credit cards in full, or if you're spending money that you don't have, it better only be for priorities. Toys, nonsense, none of that should be financed. My boat isn't financed. I don't finance toys. I normally don't own anything financed besides my house, but I just financed a new work truck for the new business. Oh, that goes in the new business bucket. I'm thrilled the new truck for the new business is finally registered, insured, and financed. It's finally done, and that's a good thing. So I do have one thing to go in that the new business bucket this week, so that's good. My finances are pretty stable. We do good work. That fills the finance bucket, even if it's 30 or 60 days later, because we bill and then we have time till we pay. Fitness. So far this week, I'm really proud of this. I vowed to run I think about day 30 or so, when my knee got better and I could finally run, about day 30 of 75 hard, I vowed to run every single day until 75 hard was over. I don't care if it's raining, snowing, shine, whatever, I don't care. And I'm really excited because I am 7 days into, today's number 8 5K runs a day, every day, for 8 days straight. That's pretty cool. I started with a running, let me break down my running a little bit. I'm gonna go into depth into the fitness a little bit because this might help some people. This is where people probably really need the help. I started with a mile or two, whatever I could do. So just do whatever you can do. I like running personally because it is the fastest way to go meet your mind. You want a challenge? Running, is what I hate the most. So for me, it is the most challenging thing out there. Besides pull-ups, I'm fat and I can't do pull-ups. I think I might be able to do one now. I'm not sure I need to work on pull-ups because I can't wait till I can do pull-ups. That's a fitness judge for me. The running, if you can run half a mile, do a half a mile every day. Walk, then walk more, run more. Walk more, run more. You should be doing 45 minutes of fitness every day. At a minimum, 45 minutes. I love the 2-a-days now. I don't think I'm probably not gonna veer away from 2-a-days, and even when 75 hard is over, until I'm in impeccable shape. And then I'll probably still just, instead of doing 2-a-days, I'll probably just do an hour and a half in one activity on the days where I'm crunching time. So every day, my goals, like I think when I started the running, I think I started with a mile. Every week you should increase your running goal only by about 10%. That way your knees can grow with it. You know, if you're an inexperienced runner, it will help you gain your goal at a slow pace. It does not feel rewarding at the time. It does not stroke your ego, but that is the way to move on without hurting yourself. I went out in the beginning when I first started running, I ran 2 miles Christmas Eve. Then I rode the mountain bike 22 miles the next day on an already hurt knee and blew out my knee. I couldn't run for almost a month. So that's what you get when you do ego stuff of I'm gonna go do the big thing and you really push it. If you're not in the health for it, don't do that. Take it easy, go push yourself little by little. So far my fitness has been on point. I think I've been in the gym. I think I was in the gym 7 days this week. Saturday to Saturday, I'd say 7 days. Sometimes I'll skip the gym for a bike ride, like I said, but I did not have any bike rides this week with Emily. So I think I was in the gym 7 days, and I ran over a 5K 7 days in a row, even though my minimum vowed run, my word right now, I think today it increased to 2.5. Yes, last week it was 2.25 miles. So this week coming, it's gonna be 2.5 miles minimum. Even if I'm dragging, I can't do it, my knee hurts, unless it's killing me, like I'm actually going to hurt myself for the longevity, I'm gonna push through and I'm gonna do 2.5 miles a day, regardless of the situation. I don't care if it's raining, snowing, etc. And by the way, I did have a trip to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania last month while I was on 75 hard, and I did go out in the snow, 8 degrees in the morning. I had to walk to a mall to get a paved, a plowed area where I could actually run in. So, and I did that 3 days in a row, every day. Every day I was there, I still got my 2 days in, and I still did my outdoor in that wild condition. And big shout out to you people that live in the cold and go do that every day, because it does take a little extra courage. I'll tell you that much. Today it was 80 and I did a run, and that, you know, that's different. I'll be sweaty, but I'm not cold. All right, scrolling. Now this I've just added to the list. I'm gonna try to work on this every time. I'm not gonna try, I'm going to work on this. This is the way to stop scrolling, is set a mental note to where when you need to catch yourself. I do it out of instinct, so I need to train myself to catch the action soon. Sometimes you don't catch it till you're 12 minutes in, and then I'm disciplined enough to say, shoot, you just wasted 12 productive minutes that you could have been working with your family, whatever the case. I'm in time poverty right now. Between all the exercises, being a dad, running a business, I have no extra time. I'm not watching any TV. Actually, I watch Daniel Tiger in the morning with my daughter when she does, when I'm with her. But I don't watch a single ounce of TV. I have no time for it. I am pretty much go, go, go all day. At night, in bed, generally I'll do some social media, and I probably check it throughout the day regularly as well. But I'm gonna try to get away from the scrolling. The scrolling is a dead end street. You're not really gaining anything from it, and I need to work on that. So there you go, that's my accountability. I'm gonna work on all those items this week. I'd love it if you guys would reach out and tell me what your goals are, what you're doing, how you're doing it. If you wanna get on and do an episode of this, like, hey, I'm in my metal workshop, where this is my welding shop, and nothing fancy. If you wanna come on, talk about some of your stuff, I got some guests lined up. We're gonna have Hutch's Welding on here, and he's gonna talk about what he's going through and how he does it, how he shines. He's running a business. He's going through a bunch of struggles and kicking butt too, and he has fitness issues. So he's gonna come through, and not fitness issues, but he's trying to improve just like the rest of us. So he's gonna come up here and talk about it. And we're gonna sign up some other people too to come and look. Some of my goals with this video, like I said, I wanna show you some of the cool stuff. I can't wait to dive into the fun bucket with you. I wanna show you fishing, drifting. I'm gonna show you all the buckets. My goal with this for now is I'm gonna call it an accountability show, essentially. You know, I'm gonna call it, that's my concept for now. And I wanna actually go, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of the work I do. I'm gonna show you being a dad. I'm gonna show you being a better husband, and we're gonna talk about these things and do it. So I actually wanna take a little video showing me, you know, doing these various things I talk about doing. Improve your life, guys. Like I said, my goal of doing this is not for me. Even though if I have to answer to some people, it will help me. Not really my goal, but my goal is to help other people. Like I said, we're financially doing pretty good. Life's pretty good. We're busy, but I'm blessed with a fantastic family. Blessed with a supportive spouse, great mama. I'm trying to be a better father. I want you guys to be better people. We need better humans. And it's not easy. None of this is easy. You know, going and working 50 to 80 hours a week and kicking butt, and then coming home and doing those, trying to kick butt again. It's not easy, but it's doable, and you can improve at it. So I want to help other people. Hopefully this reaches you, and hopefully this helps you, but I'm out of here. I'm gonna log off, and y'all have a good night, day, whatever the heck it is. I hope you enjoy this video. Reach out, let me know what you think. Obviously, I'm not gonna start with the click and subscribe and all this stuff. We're gonna see what happens with this. This is just me trying to do the right thing and hoping it hits somebody in the right place and get somebody motivated. I'd really like to dive into showing you a little more of my story. I'm gonna do a little more story every time. Like I said, I was 300 pounds a year and a half ago. Right now I'm 222. I'm a way better person than I was, not just because of the weight, because of filling these buckets and making my life better. I'm a better person, way better person than I was a year and a half ago. Much better than 78 pounds of weight or whatever that was. So there's more to this than the weight. It's just, you have to be in all of them, and I want to see you guys kick butt and do better. So, all right, I'm out. I'm finally done. Enough blathering. Peace.